If your service engine soon, or SES, or check engine light, CEL, is actively blinking or flashing while the engine is running, you must pull over safely and shut the engine off immediately. A solid light means to drive safely to a repair shop. A blinking light is a federally mandated OBD2 standard warning that means an engine misfire is occurring that is severe enough to cause immediate, irreversible damage to the catalytic converter. Do not drive the vehicle to the mechanic. You must have it towed or diagnose it precisely where it sits. Regarding the SES versus CEL breakdown and manufacturer differences, you are absolutely correct that historically, the service engine soon SES light was distinct from the check engine light CEL. However, the way your light is behaving gives us a definitive answer about how your specific manufacturer wired your dashboard. Because your SES light is blinking, your manufacturer uses the SES light as the primary OBD2 malfunction indicator lamp, or MIL. Manufacturers like Nissan, Infiniti, BMW, and older General Motors, Chevy or GMC, chose to use the phrase "service engine soon" instead of the standard check engine icon to report emissions and powertrain faults. If your SES light can blink, it is not a routine maintenance reminder. It is a full-fledged check engine light. Here is how standard maintenance SES lights compare to OBD2 CELs regarding their features. The primary function of a standard service engine soon maintenance light is to provide mileage or time-based reminders, such as for an oil change, filters, or routine service. In contrast, the primary function of a standard check engine light for OBD2 emissions or powertrain is to indicate a fault in the engine, powertrain, or emissions control system. The trigger mechanism for a standard SES maintenance light relies on pre-programmed mileage intervals or oil life algorithms, whereas a standard CEL is triggered by sensors detecting out-of-spec data through OBD2 monitors. The urgency of a standard SES maintenance light is low, meaning service should be scheduled in the near future. However, the urgency for a standard CEL is moderate to high, requiring diagnostic scanning soon. Regarding whether it can blink, a pure maintenance light will not blink. It will simply turn on or stay solid. On the other hand, a standard CEL can blink, and it will do so specifically to warn of a catalyst-damaging misfire. Finally, concerning the diagnostic code, a standard maintenance SES light does not store a DTC, which stands for Diagnostic Trouble Code, while a standard CEL stores standard P codes, for example P0171 or P0000. The blinking diagnosis represents a mechanical chain reaction. When an OBD2 computer detects a severe misfire, it flashes the MIL, which in your case is the SES light, to warn you of an impending thermal event. If you ignore it, here is the exact chain reaction that takes place. First is the misfire, where one or more cylinders fail to ignite the air-fuel mixture during the combustion stroke. Second is fuel dumping. Because the fuel was not burned in the cylinder, raw liquid fuel is pushed out of the exhaust valve and into the exhaust manifold. Third is catalytic converter infiltration. This raw fuel travels directly into the catalytic converter. The CAT normally operates at extremely high temperatures, ranging from 1200 degrees Fahrenheit to 1600 degrees Fahrenheit, to burn off trace emissions. Fourth is thermal overload, which is the catastrophe. The raw fuel instantly ignites inside the catalytic converter, causing temperatures to violently spike to over 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. Fifth is the meltdown. The precious metal ceramic honeycomb substrate inside the converter melts into a solid lump of slag. This physically clogs your exhaust, strangles the engine so it can no longer exhale, and destroys a component that costs between $1,500 and $3,000 to replace. In extreme cases, the glowing red-hot exhaust can start a vehicle fire. Based on decades of drivability diagnostics, a blinking SES or CEL indicating a severe misfire is almost always caused by one of these 5 common culprits: The most common culprit is the ignition coils, specifically coil-on-plug systems. If the coil fails to step up the 12-volt battery voltage to the 30,000 plus volts needed to jump the spark plug gap, no spark occurs, resulting in a dead misfire. Another common culprit is the spark plugs. If the electrode is severely worn, cracked, or fouled by oil or carbon, the spark will blow out or ground out before igniting the fuel. Fuel injectors are also a frequent issue. A fuel injector stuck open will dump excessive fuel, flooding the cylinder, or a completely clogged injector will starve it, both of which cause a misfire. A massive vacuum leak is another possibility. A severely torn intake boot or blown intake manifold gasket allows unmetered air into the engine, creating an extremely lean condition where there's too much air and not enough fuel, meaning combustion cannot occur. The least common but most severe culprit is internal engine failure, which is mechanical in nature. A burnt exhaust valve, broken valve spring, blown head gasket, or failing piston rings will cause a total loss of cylinder compression, and without compression, the mixture cannot combust. Since the vehicle is unsafe to drive, here is your logical, safe, step-by-step troubleshooting plan right where the vehicle sits. Step 1 is to park and cool down. Ensure the engine is off, pop the hood to let the engine compartment cool, and do not touch exhaust components. Step 2 is to connect an OBD2 scanner. Plug your scanner into the DLC or data link connector under the driver's side dashboard and turn the key to the on position with the engine off. Step 3 is to read the DTCs or diagnostic trouble codes as you are specifically looking for misfire codes. A P0300 code signifies a random or multiple cylinder misfire, which usually indicates vacuum leaks, fuel pressure issues, or timing problems. Codes P0301 through P0312 represent a cylinder-specific misfire. The last two digits indicate the exact cylinder that is dead. For example, P0304 means cylinder number 4 is misfiring, which is highly actionable. Step 4 is a visual under-hood inspection. Armed with the code, look at the offending cylinder to see if there are chewed wires from rodents going to that ignition coil or injector. Check if the electrical connector is fully snapped in, and observe if you smell raw fuel or see a disconnected vacuum hose. Step 5 is the swap test if you're comfortable wrenching. If you have a P0304 code for cylinder 4, you can swap the ignition coil from cylinder 4 to cylinder 2. Clear the codes with your scanner, start the engine for just a few seconds until the light blinks again, and re-scan. If the code moves to P0302, you have successfully isolated a bad ignition coil. If it stays P0304, the issue is a spark plug, injector, or compression loss on that specific cylinder. If you decide to tow this to a professional, you need to be prepared with cost estimates and mechanic prep. Here is a rough estimate of what you should expect to pay for parts and labor for the common culprits. Ignition coil replacement is roughly $150 to $350 per coil, and while mechanics often recommend replacing all of them if one has died of old age, it is not strictly mandatory. Spark plug replacement costs $150 to $400 for a complete set. Fuel injector replacement ranges from $300 to $800, depending on manifold removal complexity. A catalytic converter replacement is $1,500 to $3,500 and higher, which is the cost we are actively avoiding by not driving the car. Regarding how to speak to your mechanic like an expert, to ensure you get an accurate diagnosis and are not sold parts you don't need, ask the service advisor these 3 precise questions. Question 1. Did your technician pull any history codes or pending codes alongside the primary P03XX code, specifically fuel trim data or lean rich codes that might point to the root cause rather than just the symptom? Question 2. If the technician suspects a faulty ignition coil or fuel injector, did they perform a component swap to another cylinder to verify the code follows the part before recommending a replacement? Question 3. Because the light was blinking, I'm concerned about my catalytic converter. Can you confirm the technician checked the misfire counters on the live data, and have you verified the cat was not thermally damaged? By taking these steps, you're protecting your safety, your engine, and your wallet. Get the vehicle scanned, isolate the code, and you'll be back on the road safely.